Hi. It has been a very, very long time, I feel, since I've done a video. I haven't even checked on my YouTube. 6 months? I don't know. Um, my name is Carolyn Lanier Roberts, and my mission is to be a re-awakener of the conversation of the heart. This is a phrase that my highest intent is that it moves into the lexicon of the collective. The conversation of the heart is the conversation between the sacred mind, the sacred heart, the body vehicle, the voice of the soul. It is what moves reality. It is pivotal and profound, and it is the way to access everything. And what I receive is the image of an old-fashioned camera within me. This is the analogy I was given many years ago to describe this conversation in its true functioning. An old-fashioned camera. So when you're looking in the camera, you're looking at an image. The image that you're seeing on that camera, this is the sacred mind. The physical camera is the body vehicle. But the aperture of light in the back, in the very back, ignored, denied for eons of time, now is finally receiving its due. In the back, this is the sacred heart. This is what illuminates what you see in this image. And it also is, as you turn this image around, it's how you perceive and receive this interpretation. The state of the heart, open heart, loving, trusting, ready, excited, open, allowing life to flow through you, not holding on to old belief systems and old thought patterns. A closed heart, a soul in fear, a soul that doesn't know themselves, a soul that doesn't trust, a soul that doesn't have faith, a soul that seeks answers external from themselves. This is a closed heart. And as I have processed this phrasing within myself and how I come at it, how I've interpreted it over the years, I would say that generally, when you are in a more unaware state of who and what you are, you might have your heart opens in certain places. Like you have a child and your heart opens, your child does something incredible and it opens, and maybe it's open for a while. You get married and you really love that person and it's a genuine connection and it's open. It doesn't stay open though unless you start to do that inner work. You start to address those things within you that you've heard that dictate your reality, those voices within you that are not your own. They're not supportive. They're not loving. They put you down. They don't respect you. They don't value you. Those are reflected in the external as well. When you begin to do that work, which is it's very painful, it requires a lot of suffering. It requires a lot of tears. It requires a lot of pulling things out of you that you are not. Many call it shadow work. I call it inner work. And it takes a while. It takes a long time. I feel like we are always doing this at each level of us. And For me, I receive us as these multi-dimensional beings. And so always at every level, we are doing inner work. We don't stay there. We don't live there. It's just part of existence. And as you get to know yourself better, then the inner work is easier because you have a pattern and you have a habit that you establish to support yourself in your inner work. As I am here to support every single soul that is called to me, to assist them, aid them, and redirect them back to themselves for their truth, beauty, and grace, I offer this because for me there is no other purpose other than to empower every soul. Power to me, in truth, has always been the energy behind love. It's power. Perception of will is experience received. That will, at the lower will, when you are unconscious, when you are not aware of your true power within yourself, with your true worth, your true value, when you're still seeking it out external and you're still seeking those validations, and you hang on those words of others, and you think and you allow those to matter to you. And it's not that you don't let in praise, that you don't let others appreciate you. That's beautiful. Everybody wants that, but it's not that you need that. You give it to yourself, and then others are just the icing on top. That's all good. So at the lower level, power, perception of will as experience received, is the ego will. It's the small will. It's those things that you think you are. The operative word being think you are. You think you are this thing. You think you are this thing. You think you are this thing. And you put out this projection from what others have placed on you, not analyzing, not dissecting, not pulling out those things and looking at them and asking yourself, is this me, and do I want this to be me? Why is this me? Does this have to be me? Do I have a choice? Of course you have a choice. When you've done your inner work, or in the process, in the core shifting of your inner work, your power, that small will, as you begin to understand that you are not alone and you never have been alone, that you are a child of God, a divine soul, and God the divine is always with you, however you perceive that. That is your own business. But you operate at many levels of existence, in many dimensions at once. When you begin to understand that the path in the process isn't always about doing. Doing is significant, but doing isn't just doing for doing's sake. That's something that has been brainwashed into the collective. The doing is a outgrowth, is a response from the being. The first step is the being, the energy, the holding of the space, the allowing of the space, the allowing the divine flow, which is about surrender, about allowing. Those are divine feminine energy. That is the first level of creation. The being space, the place of visualization. This is being. The place of creation. This is being. Not the creation from the doing, but the creation of the visualization, the creation of the allowing of the expansion into the possibilities of. Everything that comes into physical form came from non-physical first. And the non-physical is the feminine. After that's established, the second thing that happens is the doing, the creation of into the physical. That's the divine masculine. That comes because the divine feminine came. Sacred heart is the divine feminine. Sacred mind is the divine masculine. They dance together. They dance together. But just as in humans, the female is the one that bursts. The female is the one that begins the process. Then the divine masculine comes in. It is a dance because obviously that's how creation happens, together. But the divine feminine, the sacred heart, is a very, very, very powerful portal of existence. It is multidimensional. It connects to all levels of existence. No place is separate from the sacred heart, and no place is separate from the sacred mind. However, the sacred mind, when it is seen as the mind, that means when it's not in the conversation, when this is closed down, when you're up here, your thoughts can be redirected. Your thoughts can clearly not be your thoughts. You can pick up on thoughts of others. Not the precise thought, but the frequency of thought. You walk into a bar, you immediately feel this icky feeling. You don't know what it is. You're probably picking up on the thoughts of those people in the bar. Thoughts are frequency. Thoughts are energy. Your thoughts can indeed be, I don't want to say hijacked, but they can be redirected. You have to be aware of the frequency of your thoughts. So that is the sacred mind and the sacred heart, and power at its higher level. Lower level is the small will. Higher level is the surrendered space, the merged space with the divine. Divine will. You either surrender or you merge your will with the divine will. This is true power, not the BS stuff that we've seen, this play that we've seen in our reality. It resides within you. True power resides within you, within what you are, aligned in your divine truth. Period. Period. It doesn't mean that there's not a balance with those in the external. But what it does mean is that the one in the center of your experience is you. That means you are also the creator of your experience, and you are responsible. This is something that takes work to adjust to, because that's big. And it moves into layers and layers and layers. I'm still taking in how much responsibility I have, which is also freedom, because everything is in balance. So it's responsibility and it's freedom. This is the truth of existence for every soul. You aren't restricted by these bodies, which are sacred and holy vessels, definitely. But you are an energy that it lives within them. Therefore, you're an energy that can live outside of them as well. I'm not sure if I'll share this video. Maybe it'll serve those, and that in itself is enough for me to want to share it. My energy used to be a lot softer. I'm still a very loving person. In fact, I'm very, very compassionate. Much more than I've ever been. I'm also extremely discerning. And so I offer what I offer for those that resonate. Resonation, reason of the heart. If what I'm telling you calls you, if what I'm telling you triggers you, if I say anything that's an aha for you, it's an aha because it's already within you. I'm just mirroring that. I'm bringing it out into your physical world because you're ready to hear it. If it brings you tingles, if it gives you goosebumps, it's already there. I'm a mirror. It's already there. If it doesn't resonate, if it's not your thing, that's awesome. Pick apart whatever fits for you. That's the whole point. I think I will share this. What the heck? Again, my name is Carolyn Lanier Roberts. My mission business, because I straddle both realities, is allowing the light, and I offer soul sessions. And in those soul sessions, I connect with the conversation of the heart. And I aid you, I assist you in remembering that conversation. In many, many sessions, usually I connect with the Akash. Within me, this is called the library of the heart. And when I connect you, or when I connect with you in that space, I'm less concerned about what you are and who you are in that space. Those to me are just images. That's just window dressing, right? I'm more concerned about how you feel and what your emotions are, because those are energetic stamps that carry from you to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. They transform. And they can be used for higher purposes or lower purposes. They are very, very powerful. My concern is how you feel and your emotions, because those shape your world. Finally, they're beginning to be given their true due significance in our reality. And it's only going to increase. But they are profound. When you are walking in your own reality in an empowered space. Because it's about alignment. If you're interested, I am on Facebook as Allowing the Light. I am on Instagram as Allowing the Light, allowing_the_light. And on Facebook, I am Carolyn Lanier Roberts. Yeah, I guess I'll share this. I have much more that I can share. I receive a lot. I am a pure channel of pure intent. And my entire purpose is to empower, to offer these codes of light that have come through me. There are many. I am grateful for your time, and I am grateful for your attention. For me, all that exists is this present moment. And as you have given me both, that is love. You have given me everything. Thank you so much, beautiful soul. I send you blessings and beauty.